Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Wackier Jack, bringing you guys a brand new video here today. First off, real quick, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you guys celebrate. I hope you guys spent it very well with your family, and just whatever you did, I hope you enjoyed it. It's obviously the day after, but obviously I didn't really post a video on Christmas, so I wanted to just say that for you guys. And I know a lot of you probably got Modern Warfare 2 for Christmas and are looking for the best class setups here in the game. So that's what I'm going to show off today. I'm going to show off my top 5 favorite class setups here in Modern Warfare 2. This really is in no particular order, so there isn't like one best class setup to use. All of these are great class setup options. Before we get into this video, if you guys find this helpful in any way, shape, or form, or even used any of these class setups, it means so much if you guys could drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Modern Warfare 2 class setup videos. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the top 5 best class setups here in Modern Warfare 2. All right, and let's go over the first class setup here. We obviously have to start it with what I think is the best gun in the game, the KASTOV 74U. This is actually an assault rifle, but feels more like an SMG. Either way, we're going to go over it here. So the first attachment, we did use the stock and thread 40 muzzle. It's going to help with our vertical and horizontal recoil control, and then we tune that to basically maxed out on everything here. Maxed out gun kick control, just recoil control, and then recoil stabilization there. Second attachment, we did use the short tack 330mm barrel for our recoil control, hip recoil control, and bullet velocity. The tuning for that, we did tune it a little bit for damage range and a little bit for recoil steadiness. And then next attachment, we did use the Ortrazat stock. This is going to help with our aim walking speed and sprint speed. And then actually, we didn't even put any sort of tuning on that. We actually left it just the exact same. We did use the True Tack grip. This is going to help with our sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. And then the tuning for that, we went with max sprint to fire speed and max aim down sight speed. And then the last attachment, we went with the high velocity ammunition. Now, you go over it here, it's going to say a pro of bullet velocity and a con of damage range, but we actually tuned it to where it has max bullet velocity and max damage range. So it basically neglects whatever the pros and cons are originally and just gives it max bullet velocity and damage range. So that is the 5 attachments there for what I believe is the best KASTOV 74E class setup. Let's go over the next gun. All right, guys, this is the second gun we're going over. This is the Honey Badger, aka the Chimera. This was actually just added to the Season 1 Reloaded update, so I figured it'd probably fit well with this video. So we're gonna go over it here. So for the barrel, we did use a 10-inch SA Fennec barrel. For the damage range, bullet velocity, hipfire accuracy, and recoil control, we actually have no tuning on it. I think that's just a visual glitch. We kept no tuning on it. I actually just made a video on this not too long ago, and it was the exact same. I think it's just some weird, stupid visual glitch. Anyways, we did go with the Chrono Mini Pro optic. It's basically just personal preference. It's the blue dot. I think you have to level up one of the shotguns to get it or something like that, if I remember. Ravage 8 stock is what we use for the stock. Crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed. We actually have no tuning on that also. Bruin Flash Grip is the rear grip we went with for the sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, and we actually maxed out the sprint to fire speed and gave it a little bit more ADS time. And then for the underbarrel, we used the FTAC Ripper 58 underbarrel. It's going to help with the aiming idle stabilization, hip for accuracy, and recoil stabilization. And the tuning for that, we went with a little bit of aiming idle stability and a little bit of recoil stabilization. So that right there is what I believe is the best Honey Badger, aka that Chimera class setup here in Modern Warfare 2. Let's go over the next gun. All right, next gun we're going over is the LACHMANN sub. I actually just used this for a video not too long ago. For the barrel, we did use the FTAC M sub 12-inch barrel. This is going to help with our bullet velocity, damage range, hip or recoil control, and hip fire accuracy. And the tuning for that, we gave it a basically max damage range and a little bit of recoil steadiness there. We did use the VLK LZR7 MW laser. It's going to help with our ADS time, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. And obviously, you can't tune that. We did use the LM stockless mod stock. It's going to help with our ADS time, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control. We actually, of course, have no tuning for that either. We did use the 40 round mag. This is personal preference. I do think you do need a magazine for this gun. 50 round would also help. However, that does hurt your ADS time actually pretty poorly. I'd recommend just sticking with the 40 round mag. It'll save you guys the headache of, you know, aiming in slower, I guess. And then we did use the Merc foregrip underbarrel. It's going to help with our hip fire accuracy, recoil steadiness, hip recoil control, and aim walking steadiness. And then the tuning for that, we basically gave it a little bit of hip fire accuracy and then a little bit of hip recoil control. So that right there is what I believe is the best LACHMANN subclass setup here in Modern Warfare 2. Let's go over the next gun. Alrighty, guys, and for the fourth gun, we're going to be going over the Fennec 45. I believe this is one of the best SMGs we have here in Modern Warfare 2. So let's go over it here. So for the barrel, we did use the Forged Tack Ninja barrel. It's going to help with our sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil control. control. The tuning for that, we went with maxed out damage range and a little bit of recoil steadiness there. We did use the VLK L07 MW laser, no tuning with that, but that does help with the aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. And then the stock, we went with the Agile Assault 7 stock. It's going to help with our sprint speed, aim walk-in speed, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed. And then the tuning for that, we basically we kept the aim walk-in speed and aiming idle stability tuned the same, but we gave it a little bit of more ADS time. And then the Fennec rubber grip is what we used for the rear grip. It's going to help with our sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Tuning for that, we went with max sprint to fire speed and a little bit of ADS time there. And then for the last attachment, which I think is a necessary attachment for this gun especially, is the Fennec Mag 45. It's basically what's going to give us the 45 round magazine for this gun. I definitely don't recommend this one. I haven't really tried it out yet, but for sure the 45 round mag is a must for this gun. You're going to be burning through ammo insanely quick. However, this thing has a super fast time to kill, so definitely a SMG you guys should try out and level up if you just got the game. We're going to go over the last gun here now. The last gun here is actually kind of a fun one. I haven't even made a video on this. I probably will in the near future and might actually mess with the attachments a little bit more. But this is technically my favorite sniping class setup. I put quotations around it because this is technically a marksman rifle. However, most people that actually snipe with this gun call it a sniper. So this is just what I think is my favorite quick scoping and sniping class here. So we did use the FSS OLE V laser. It's going to help with our ADS time, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. And then obviously you can tune that attachment. For the optic, we went with the SPX 6.6 times optic. It is just one of the last optics I believe you unlock for this gun. For the tuning for that, we basically kept the close and far the same. However, with these attachments, you can actually increase the ADS time. So that's what we did with this gun here. And it really, I don't think it hurts any of these, the handling and mobility that much. So yeah, definitely just max out the ADS on that scope there. We did use the XRK Spectre mod stock. It's going to help with our ADS time, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed and hip recoil control. Obviously, you can't tune that attachment. Schlager match grip is the rear grip we went with. It's going to help with our sprint to fire speed, ADS time, and then the tuning for that, we went with max sprint to fire speed and max ADS time. And then for the last attachment, we went with the FSS ST87 bolt. It's going to help with our rechamber speed. Basically, it's what you can... This attachment will basically make you shoot your gun ultimately faster. It'll pull back the chamber a lot quicker. So definitely an attachment you'll want to use for this gun so you can just pop off and get a ton of kills. So that is what I think is the best sniping class setup here in Modern Warfare 2, or quick scoping class setup here in Modern Warfare 2. Now, I'll quickly just go over my secondary tactical lethals and perk package and stuff like that. So secondary, I usually go with the, I think it's the X13 Auto. It really doesn't matter what the attachments are. If you want the attachments real quick here, this is what I basically use. I think this barrel helps out with ADS time and then just a bunch of other random attachments there. And then for the tactical, we do go with the stim most of the time, Semtex for the lethal. Perk package, I usually go with double time, scavenger, fast hands, and ghost. And then for the field upgrades, I usually just use munition box. I should honestly just take off the tac insert. I hardly ever use it, but I usually go with munition box so I can restock my lethals and tacticals and stuff like that. So that right there is what I think is my top 5 favorite class setups and just what I use on my class setups for tactical lethals and things like that. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, again, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody.